Hi guys, in this video I'll show you how you can study a family with inherited disease with BasePlayer. Okay, now I'm going to open variants for these 3 siblings with the same rare disease. In this case, they are meningiomas. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open a file which will open a track above, and this will show me the linkage regions, and from then we can actually focus our study specifically onto these regions. Okay, and now I'm going to add some controls. This will allow me to exclude some common polymorphisms from the study. And this control file is downloaded from the exact website, and it includes variants for over 60,000 individuals. And now I can go over here and set the allele frequency threshold to 0.1%. And that means that any variants which are like the most common or more common in the control file are going to be excluded, like this. Okay, and now we have our linkage regions in the track above, and I'm going to apply these by pressing the play button here. And now you can see only the variants which overlap these regions are included. And now we're good to go to continue on with the variant filters. And I can do that by going to this variant handler box, and I can adjust these by using the sliders. And I'm going to set the allelic fraction threshold to like 25% and this minimum coverage, let's say, to 10. Okay, now actually comes the fun part, because we actually get to compare our 3 siblings together. And we can do this by using this common variant slider, and we just move it like this. And you can see that each sibling now shares 126 variants. But let's hide the non-coding variants, and now we're left with only 1 in this chromosome. Okay, so now I have to have a look at this. So let's go in, zoom, zoom, zooming. Okay, here we are. So we're at the sequence level and we can see the different reads. And it seems to be a splice site variant in this POMG, but let's just zoom out and see if we can find anything else in the other chromosomes. So let's open the variant handler again. And now I want to make a list of all the variants, but I'm only interested in the non-synonymous ones, and I want to see them obviously for all chromosomes. So let's press annotate and see what it comes up with. Okay, but the first one that's come up is the one that we already checked back in chromosome 1, and it's red because it's possibly truncating. And in this column, we can see the allele frequency for the control file and the odd ratio with the p-value. And I can expand this and I can see how many samples shared this variant, and it appears in all 3 samples, but that really isn't surprising because we had changed the common variant slider to 3 out of 3. And while we're waiting for BasePlayer to complete all the chromosomes, we can already start looking at some of these. And they seem to be in the control files. This one is actually quite rare. But here we have SUFU, and this is a mutation which is not present in any of the individuals of the control set. And I can look at this a little bit more closely. It's heterozygous, its quality is high, but let's wait until the BasePlayer is actually finished, because I kind of want to look at this a little bit more closely. But you can do this with the other variants that are called, but it seems like this was the only one that was not found in the control file. But okay, it's done. So I'm going to click right here on the SUFU, and that's going to take me straight to the location. And here you can see the exons for SUFU and the coverage for the samples. But I'm going to open this and I'm going to click on sample 1. And now I get an expanded view of sample 1, and the BasePlayer has zoomed straight into that locus. And up here you can see all 3 samples have this amino acid change. And I can easily visualize all 3 samples by squeezing the track a little bit like this. And I can even do the same with just individual reads, so I can see the whole thing a bit better and see more reads at once. And for example, if you want, you can have a look at allelic infraction by hovering your mouse here, or inspect the individual reads, get a better view of the locus. But I guess that's actually all I had to show you today. So this was actually based on a real study in 2012 by Arvikor et al. You can find the link in the manuscript below. So I hope you enjoy it, hope you have fun, and see you next time.